Hi, Deanna.
Hi.
Hi, Marissa.
Oh.
Hi, everyone who's joining us today for this Instagram Live session. My name is Kelly Froyo. I'm IAYT's membership coordinator, and I'm also a CIAYT, an IAYT certified yoga therapist. I am based in Tacoma, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest, where it is typical fall winter weather, a little bit cloudy and a little bit drizzly today, but that's okay. I'm joined by my wonderful colleague Marita Greenidge, and I'm also joined today by one of our own IAYT members, Deanna Schultz. Deanna is a breast cancer survivor and producer and director of the documentary film Yoga Therapy for Life. So we'll be talking with Diana a bit about her journey and her film today. And we'll be saving some time at the end for questions. So if you have a question for Marita and I or for Deanna, you can put them in the chat and we'll go through that at the end. I'm going to let Marita introduce herself. Take it away, Marita.
Hello, everyone. So lovely to join you today. I'm Marita Greenidge, and I am IAYT's Marketing and Communications Manager. I've been with IAYT for just over a year. I think I'm getting that timing correct. You know, time goes so quickly when you're having lots of fun. I'm based in Barbados. It's very hot here now. It's usually hot, but I guess with global warming, the heat is really, really crazy. We've had some of our hottest days that I've ever experienced since I've ever been alive. And, you know, that is actually backed by the weatherman, so it's quite hot. So a little bit about IAYT. IAYT's mission is to advance yoga therapy as a recognized health profession. So helping to advance yoga therapy throughout the world, helping others to understand the benefits of yoga therapy and how yogic tools can be used to improve general health and well-being. In this world that we envision, this world envisioned by IAYT, yoga is routinely considered in settings around the world as a therapeutic option for physical health, emotional well-being, mental balance, spiritual consciousness, and a tool for whole person health. As we all know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a lot of research actually shows that yoga can significantly help those living with cancer, not just breast cancer, but those living with and recovering from cancer. So today we have our special guest, Deanna Schultz, and she's going to talk. Hi, Deanna. She's going to talk a little bit about how yoga therapy significantly aided in her personal recovery. So we're going to talk a little bit about her journey and then what led her to create this wonderful documentary, Yoga Therapy for Life. So Deanna, I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm going to ask you to just tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Just super privileged, feel super privileged to be here. My name's Deanna Schultz, and I currently live in Houston, and I am a certified yoga therapist candidate at Loyola Marymount University.
So, Deanna, you are on your way to becoming a certified yoga therapist. Can you tell us a little bit about your introduction to yoga therapy and just how did you find out about this field, get into this field?
So my introduction to yoga therapy could not have come at a better time, as I was going through a very difficult and painful recovery from a major surgery, a double mastectomy. So, and that was to remove my breast cancer, which it did successfully, so good, as well as the beginning of reconstruction. One of the side effects from that, from major surgery, a major surgery like that, is not being able to move your shoulders and your arms for a period of time, which is natural, But that eventually led to me getting frozen shoulder, which causes great stiffness, can be painful, and I lost basically complete range of motion. And what ended up happening is I underwent intense physical therapy when the doctors felt I was healed enough to do so. And then months after, once my team of doctors and physical therapists at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center felt or cleared me to move on to other healing modalities, I found out I had an opportunity to register for a gentle yoga class being offered at the hospital. So I definitely took advantage of that. That class actually turned out to be a lifeline for me. The yoga professionals leading the class, it was a very small group, very small. They were super caring. They were very attentive to all of our movements. Providing the support necessary that we needed, and the groups were small on purpose so that they would be able to, really keep an eye on everyone, right? And that attentive care just led to the extra support that people really needed, making sure that they just felt supported, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally. Everyone in that class, and that helped people move with greater ease, right? So everyone in that class was a cancer survivor. And, some were undergoing or going through chemo, some had radiation, some had major surgery like me. And that's why the classes were so important, because it was very important to the yoga professionals to make sure that they could really watch over everyone and really care for them. So at the end of that first class, I discovered that those yoga professionals were in fact certified yoga therapists. And what they were doing was applying their yoga therapy knowledge to helping people heal. And that was it was definitely unlike any other yoga class that I had been accustomed to going to, many, many years ago. And just being exposed to something like that was incredible. A lot of, they used a lot of breath work, in addition to very gentle movement, helped with any sort of variation, again, just to help us move with great ease. The breathing techniques really helped because after surgery, I developed great anxiety. There was a lot of stuff going on, and I developed anxiety. And so along with that came medication. But over time with the breath work, that helped me calm my body and mind. The tools that armed me with to learn, which breathing techniques were best for me to calm my body and mind. It eventually helped me get off the anxiety medication. So after my healing journey, I knew that I definitely wanted to learn more about this thing called yoga therapy. And after I returned to work, not too long after I returned to my job at the time, they actually let the entire department go. Everyone was laid off. So I was like, what do I do? And that led to that just led to me thinking, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to begin studies in yoga therapy. And I had stayed in contact with the yoga therapist at Cedars-Sinai. And I said, okay, how do I become you? Because that healed me. Everything about the yoga therapy, but of course, it also, a lot had to do with the yoga therapists that were teaching, that were leading us, right? That were so caring and attentive, and that, I don't know, it healed me, and I just wanted to learn how to be able to give back and help others perhaps heal in the same way.
Wow, that's such a beautiful story, Deanna. And I'm so happy that yoga therapy was able to aid you in this way. And I feel your passion. Um,
Thank
And that
so
it
I do.
inspired you to go to take on the path to become a yoga therapist yourself. That's amazing. So you can take what helped you and spread that to others as well.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful part is like you realize that this had such a great effect in your life, and you wanted to pass this on to people. So I think that's absolutely wonderful and so in line with like the general kind of personality or feel of like a yoga therapist. So in line, right?
Yes.
Yoga therapy really significantly aided in your recovery, and shortly after you went through this journey of creating this documentary, is this entire process, is this what led to creating the documentary?
Uh, yes. It, as a matter of fact, it did. So here I was at that time. Look, I consider myself lucky, from this standpoint. I had access to this wonderful medical center. I had access to this wonderful team of doctors, yoga therapists, physical therapists, and then all of a sudden, this hospital had this array of modalities that I could choose from to help in my healing, and one of them just happened to turn out to be something I've never heard of, and it was so healing to me. And the thing with that came was, you know, I had such a difficult and painful recovery that I was thinking, oh my God, and that helped me. I was lucky to have these things, but there are many people out there that aren't so lucky. I started thinking about all the people that get diagnosed with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and don't have access to a team of doctors like I did, that don't have access to these healing modalities, this wonderful healing modality that healed me, this thing called therapy. And, you know, I just, I'm a journalist, I'm a documentary filmmaker, and the journalist in me, the documentary filmmaker in me said, oh my gosh, I want to create something visual that helps educate others on the healing benefits. And so that's how all of this came about.
Wow. That's very powerful, Deanna.
Oh, had me there crying for a second.
Me too. Me too. Can I ask you then, in making the movie, what is the overarching message or theme that you're aiming to convey through yoga therapy for life?
So a central theme is the importance of getting across that yoga therapy is a non-drug alternative. It's just and it heals a whole person, right? So yoga therapists empower you to become self-aware. Yoga therapists can work with you. It's kind of like a partnered process on finding out what those gentle movements in line with the breathing techniques, um, you know, customized to that individual. So what's best to heal that individual? And a yoga therapist provides you with the tools, right, to heal from within. Um, I chose the documentary format because I wanted to provide others with the opportunity, the same opportunities that I had, the opportunity to hear from people who experience the benefits and significantly improve their overall health and well-being through being offered, yoga therapy, as well as introduce them to some of the most esteemed world's esteemed yoga and yoga therapy experts. So it's just been an amazing journey, and to provide this access to others was just very important for me. Any opportunity to help others heal, I just wanted to do.
And I think it's so important that the message of yoga therapy, that this is a service that's available, gets out to the public to help build public awareness of this amazing healing modality. And I just noticed that Julie Carmen is watching the live, and I believe she was interviewed. She was one of the yoga therapists that was interviewed in the documentary. So hello, shout out to Julie. We're glad that you are here with us today.
Hi, Julie. Thank you. And she was, I'm just so lucky and privileged that she was part of this, in addition to everyone else that chose to be a part of it as well. I mean, Julie had some really amazing things about the importance of inclusivity, right? Hi, Julie. I can't wait for others really to learn from her experience and her expertise, in addition to all the others that are in the film.
Mm-hmm. And what do you hope the viewers of Yoga Therapy for Life will take away from the film in terms of understanding yoga therapy, and also maybe on a more personal level?
So I'd really love for them to take away that yoga therapy can be accessible for all, no matter one's weight, no matter one's size, no matter one's economic status, no matter what.
We got you back. We lost your sound for a moment. Perfect.
Okay. No, important to me is I really hope that the viewer takes away how yoga therapy is accessible to all, regardless of weight, size, economic status. For me personally, again, yoga therapy healed me. It healed me from within. It healed me physically, mentally, emotionally. And if I can just offer that as a glimpse of hope for anyone, I just, I'm just truly grateful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where, if someone watching this was interested, where can they find the movie and watch?
So it's on a platform called Vimeo, and in fact, it is on my. So there's a link. Let me see if I can get it. I'll drop it in the chat box here shortly.
Yeah.
But there's a link on my Instagram. I have it on there, and if you go to my Instagram, it's easy to link to the movie directly.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you.
So
we have about 5 minutes left, and I'm going to ask if anybody who's watching has questions for Diana.
Yes. Let me get to the link. Bear with me. It's live TV, so bear with me. Hang on.
as you're searching for the link, Deanna, I think it's so wonderful what you're doing, because, are you seeing a little circle over?
So I think what happened is Deanna left, she went out of the Instagram app for a moment so she could get the link posted.
Oh,
there she is.
there we go. Okay, right. Okay. I got it. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the link, Deanna. Yeah. So what I was saying before is I think what you're doing is so powerful from the perspective, because we have quite a lot of books on yoga therapy and just yoga in general, but people learn in so many different ways, and people are more visual, auditory, people like to work with words. So I think it's wonderful that you are presented this in this medium as well, so that we create this greater access to people who take in information in this way. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Oh, you know what? I'm just so grateful. Before making the decision to do this and talking to some of my teachers, Dr. Larry Payne, Julie Carmen, some of the experts in the documentary, they themselves pointed out, gosh, if you really do this, you're really contributing to yoga therapy in general, because there is not something like this out there. And so not only am I making it accessible, and I did drop the link in, but it's reasonable. A lot of people for these types of documentaries want to charge so much money, but then it's like, well, wait a minute, I want it to be accessible to the public. And so it was important to me to do just that. Julie had, I think, a question about the merchandise. So anyone that goes to the link to watch the movie, the link, if somebody wants to actually buy a cup or something, then the link is there as well. It's a cool cup. It's a cool design. I will say that.
So I'm wondering, Deanna, I know you've just finished making this, and this is your space. This is the area, the medium in which you work. Are there other documentaries on the cards? Are you thinking that you want to create more?
Yes, I do. So I do have 2 others out. They're documentary shorts. One has to do with how a certified yoga therapist is actually has used her yoga therapy to help the homeless in Los Angeles. It's riveting. It's different. She's pioneering the field. It's Fradel Cushman. When you log on to the Yoga Therapy for Life documentary, it will also take you to that one as an option. There's a third option that really has more to do with trauma-informed yoga, right? I was given access to a detention center in San Diego, and to do a story, I was lucky to be able to do a story on incarcerated women and how the trauma-informed yoga is helping them. And essentially, it all comes back to the breath, right? Whether it's yoga therapy, trauma-informed yoga, it all comes back to the breath. And so with the breathing techniques that they were using, it helped them to really become self-aware, to self-regulate and learn how to self-regulate. When you learn how to self-regulate, it helps in so many different areas, right? It helps with better decision making, and just so many other aspects of your life. So those are 2 that are out there right now. But as far as yoga therapy in general, I do plan to continue to develop more. I do have some material that I currently have, and so at some point it will go to the editing stage. I just want to continue this work and really showcase how a lot of people are using their yoga therapy in different ways.
Mm-hmm. And Miss Nikki, we see your question, looking for the where you can find the link. If you scroll up a bit in the chat, you should see it there. Deanna posted that link. I wasn't able to copy it.
I tried. I tried copying it as well, Kelly. I don't know. Maybe Deanna, you can repost it. She just joined, so that's why she can't see. Do you mind reposting the link, Deanna?
I think I can. Let's see.
If it's still copied, maybe you can.
Yeah, it should still be copied, so you should just be able to paste it. Oh, wonderful.
Go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Miss Nikki. I appreciate you asking.
Okay, wonderful. I don't think we have any more questions. The time goes so quickly. I feel like I just got here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's been 30 minutes. Yeah, no
Time
kidding.
flies. You're having fun.
Yeah. Time totally flies when you're having fun. Deanna, I really want to thank you for joining us today. Everyone else who was able to join us, we encourage you to stay connected to IAYT. You can follow us on Instagram, IAYT.org. If you're here, you already know what it is. So continue to follow us. We're also on Facebook, and we're on Facebook at IAYT.org. We're on LinkedIn. You can search for us, the International Association of Yoga Therapists, on YouTube. We're at IAYT.org as well. And we have some groups on there. We have groups for CIAYTs, our member schools. So we have groups on LinkedIn, and we have groups on Facebook as well. So you can just go on there, search for International Association of Yoga Therapists. You can search for member schools. You'll see all that information pop up. A really great way to stay in touch with us as well is to subscribe to our newsletter. You don't have to be a member to subscribe to the newsletter, although we do encourage you to join the fold and be a part of the community. But if you're just interested in learning a little bit more, a great place to sign up for the newsletter, and you'll see lots of great things happening with IAYT and yoga therapy. And to sign up for our newsletter, you can go to IAYT.org and just scroll down on the page. You're going to see a little button which says sign up for the newsletter. So I encourage you to do that. Or you can reach out to us. You can always message the page here or any of our social media channels. Just reach out to us. We're always happy to have a chat. So really want to thank everyone so much for their time. Deanna, some of this stuff I didn't even know. So it was. I know we chatted before, but it was really wonderful just chatting with you again and learning so much more about your journey and all the great work that you are doing out there. So thank you so much. You are awesome.
Well, thank you. Your organization's awesome too, and so awesome that it was a privilege for me to highlight the importance of your organization, of the International Association of Therapists, in the documentary. So, in fact, 3 of the individuals that were interviewed for the documentary are directly connected to the International Association of Dr. Lane, Dr. Amy Wheeler, John Kepner. So it's amazing the resources that you all provide and the difference that you all are making in the world. So thank you all as well for what you do.
Thank you for the kind work.
Thank you.
If you would like to support the work of IAYT and the advancement of the yoga therapy profession, join us and become a member and become a part of the movement.
Yeah. I highly recommend it.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.